As we continue our fantasy football marathon, we're going to draft, guys. We got the group. We got the people.
We're here.
Sure.
Anita.
Yes.
Take it away.
I'm
the
first
top
up.
overall
Awesome.
pick. Yes.
I don't feel that you could go wrong with these three gentlemen right here. Le'Veon Bell, Todd Gurley, David Johnson. I mean, in being here for the past, how long have we been on air now? Hours?
22.
And hearing, you know, the fact that Le'Veon Bell's in a contract year and how the Pittsburgh Steelers are going to utilize him a lot. I think I'm going to go Bell here, especially we all like to play PPR. We know how big he's utilized in the passing game for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So for my first overall pick is Le'Veon Bell.
Nicely done. Stephania Bell.
All right.
From one Bell to another.
Anybody who knows me knows exactly where I'm going. It's not like there's no mystery here. David Johnson, because
you're not spooked.
That's right. He's my first over. I would take him number one overall. And well, you know, David Johnson can do it all, right? He can catch passes, and he catches a lot of them. He can run. People are worried about the injury. It was his wrist, guys, not his legs, and he's fully healed. So give me David Johnson.
Fully healed, which is good news. Matt Hasselbeck.
Man, I was going to shake up this draft, but I don't need to now. I don't need to now. This is like the safest bet right here. If you can pick Todd Gurley, you pick Todd Gurley. That's what I wrote on my sheet. I had someone else I was going to pick, but I said if I can get Todd Gurley, you get Todd Gurley every single time. He's got the weapons, catches the ball, runs the ball.
A man of his word, Louis Riddick.
Yeah.
Number 4.
Let me guess. Oh, of course.
He's been on that, though.
He's not worried.
He has been on that.
Wow.
No words?
He's got one good hand.
That's what happens when you come to the show looking like
he's not Miami. He's generational.
That's right. He's not there. We'll talk about the players who are here. Matthew Berry.
None needed. Listen, there's a very good chance Saquon Barkley could end up the year as number 1, but I am surprised that Ezekiel Elliott is still sitting there at 5 for me. So Ezekiel Elliott, 25 games, 25 total touchdowns. They don't have a lot else in Dallas. He is going to touch the ball a ton. They're using him more in the passing game as well. Listen, when you talk about offensive weapons on Dallas, it starts and ends, in my opinion, with Ezekiel Elliott. Love him at 5.
All running backs all day long, Schefter.
At number 6,
change this trend.
I will take Alvin Kamara.
Wow.
Number 6. Put him on the board. Let him operate. Was a dynamo in his rookie year. Will be just as good in his sophomore year. Alvin Kamara,
Right.
number 6.
It's a running back
I like that
league.
pick.
Clay.
All right,
He's going to shake it up
guys
with
making
that.
this easy again here. I actually wanted an excuse to take Julio Jones and talk about him, but
AB
I
still on the board.
can't pass on Antonio
Well,
Brown
first
here.
you got to be able to pick the name.
I'm working on it here. He has better hands than I do. I'm trying here. I got to go Brown. He's going for his 5th straight top overall finish at the wide receiver position. This guy is just too good. He does everything. Actually, his highest average depth of target last season as well. He's working downfield more than ever at age 30, so easy pick.
Fair enough. Tim Hasselbeck.
Tell you what, I think this is a tough spot to pick, to be honest with you. I think other than Barkley, I think you feel like they're pretty safe bets. No, and I'm just saying because we haven't seen him do it before, just only because he's a rookie. But I think my preference over any of the wide receivers would be to go Kareem Hunt because I would rather take a running back, I guess, at that spot. And you think, with Pat Mahomes as a starting quarterback, maybe, even though he's Ferrari Pat to Lou, I think I think they're going to be running the football a lot, relying on him, and coming off of what he did his rookie year, I would trust him more.
Fair enough. Field Yates.
Matthew left me with some compelling picks
He
here.
did. He listened to it.
We're good. I'll go with DeAndre Hopkins. Second straight mock draft we've done during this marathon where I land with DeAndre Hopkins, who led the NFL in receiving touchdowns last year with 13. End zone targets, total targets, 176 of those. Oh, by the way, he gets 16 games, at least we think, of Deshaun Watson this season. He will be a beast.
How long have you been up?
I lost track.
You did, like at least.
Well, I don't need much sleep. I'm young.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yes,
Sound
you do.
like my kid.
I'm all hopped up on Mountain Dew, Matt.
Past my bedtime.
Yeah.
Wow. He's after homeroom. He's been up since homeroom.
He was just bar mitzvah.
Homeroom.
Understand. He's normally up playing late. He's normally up late playing Fortnite. So yeah.
So here's what.
Don't make the Terrell Pryor mistake
here's
you
what-
made last year, Ryan.
Hey, it wasn't a mistake. I wanted to name my team after him, and
So
so
you
I
beat
picked
him.
him. I told y'all last
not a
night,
mistake.
it's more importantly what your team name is than if your team is
would
good.
agree with that.
So here's another thing, fantasy football marathon producers. I've been last 2 years in a row. Not coming back next year if this trend continues. But you know what? I ain't tripping, right? So I get this pick, and I start the next round off, right?
Yep.
Correct.
Right.
Sure.
So check this out, though.
It's called a
So check
snake
this out.
draft.
But this is what we gonna do, though. This is what we gonna do.
LSU?
Oh.
LSU?
That's what we gonna do right there, though.
Wonder what
Nah.
that bias is.
Hey, there's people I trust. There's people I trust. I can't trust the rest of the folks.
Those
I
are
don't
your
know the
people. Those are your people.
Those are my people. Yep.
like
that
it.
because I
All
took
you guys,
Johnson off
all
the
you
board?
guys are picking people you can't call and say, hey, bro, I need a
Oh,
little bit
name
from you this
drop.
weekend. I can't.
Wow.
Remember that.
That's presuming I don't have
That's
DeAndre
not
Hopkins
true.
on speed dial.
Remember that.
That's not true.
What?
That's not true.
Matthew Berry, what would you change here if this were your?
Look, I mean, all these players are absolutely awesome. If I were to redo this, I would have put Ezekiel Elliott over Saquon Barkley. I would have put Antonio Brown over Saquon Barkley. Again, it's hard to just deny just the consistency of Antonio Brown. Just the I would have him. I
So
would
what
have
you're
him
saying?
there.
So basically, what you're saying is Lewis is more wrong than everybody.
No,
right
no. I
I'm
mean,
just
it's all
saying.
personal preference, and they're all
Yes,
going to be
that's a
fantasy
good.
rock stars. But in terms of how my personal board would go, and then in terms of Beckham, I have Michael Thomas and Julio Jones both ahead of Odell Beckham.
It's
Jr.
okay to be wrong.
Beckham's amazing. Well, I appreciate the support, RC.
No problem.
I don't have any of their phone numbers, so I don't have to worry about calling them or getting texts. Yo, why didn't you pick me? The only concern with Beckham, obviously, he's amazing when he's on the field. More points per. Only Antonio Brown has more points per game. Problem is he on the field? 17 missed games over his NFL career, obviously missed a lot last year. And in terms of Fournette, as much as I love him in Jacksonville, I have Melvin Gordon slightly higher as well, just in terms of the touchdowns. So, but all these guys are going to be great on fantasy
He could
fantasy
share-
this year. So
share his contacts with you, maybe. RC.
Yeah, exactly.
Whatever you need.
text it,
It's cool.
share
bring
it.
me in. Maybe we do a three-way
So in
FaceTime
fact-
or something. That'd be cool.
So I'm just wondering. I'm just
What's up,
asking,
Odell? It's me, Maddie.
I'm just asking for a friend in fantasy. Does it
Delete.
matter what they've done or what they're gonna do? Which one?
I think it's what they're going to do.
I'm just wondering. I'm just asking
I
for a friend.
also pick last every year, though, so you probably don't want to listen to your boy.